Welcome to 108 Gate. This is the Gemini reading for the end of October, November, December. We're looking at a stretch of time. First card to come out. Sorry for the squeaky chair. Spirituality. It's time to connect with what you believe. So, we are doing the Gemini, end of October, November and all of December. The end of 2023 reading. Making the most of what we can. Making the adjustments that are possible now. Slow down. Geminis, are you speeding ahead? It feels like what you do in October is going to have a knock-on effect in November, December. So being careful about what you're doing now. Being careful of the decisions you're making. Who you are making these decisions and choices with. Very, very strong energy of the left side of my face being pulled one way and the right side of my face being pulled another way, which is classic Gemini, the twins. But it's feeling as though within self there is this push and pull, push and pull, pull and pull, push and push. It's bringing in some confusion and and needing to allow oneself to settle into an energy to actually choose a correct direction in which to go in. So if there have been, it's going to literally take a moment because the energies are pulling. If you are making decisions and choices right now that can impact the rest of your life, it's going to be worth your while to just stop and do a pros and cons list, or whatever your equivalent of this is. It's going to look into different aspects. Financially, is this viable? Practically, is this viable? Do you have to do commuting that you don't necessarily need to do? Can some be done online? Can some be done in person? Where all the tiny cogs of this bigger project or this bigger situation need to be weighed up in those assessment of the small aspects of things. Then you can start seeing where you can refine it, Some of you may find that once you start pulling these tiny bits apart, that it's actually not for you. It's not something you want to be doing. It's not something that you actually want to invest your long term in, even though it may be part of your short term right now. You may have had plans to do something long term. It's important to understand, why did you pick that particular plan? Was it because you actually wanted to do it yourself, or was it because you saw someone else do it and you thought, that's a good idea, I want a bit of that pie? Interesting. You saw something and the reflection was, I want a bit of that pie. Now, in that, what are you going to start creating if you keep going down that route? If that pie is not the correct pie for you and there's a better pie for you, but you keep going to eat the wrong pie, there's going to be some conflict. Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is coming in. Usually you got Five of Swords and Seven of Swords indicate different kinds of conflict. So the Five of Swords is usually, he's picked up some of the swords but is left two behind. The Seven of Swords seems to be more in like a combative space. Six of Swords, it's feeling as though you don't know which way to fight for yourself. You don't know which way is the correct way to fight. Do I fight for this or do I fight for that? Therefore, just put your swords down and rest a moment. Put your swords down and assess for a moment. What is viable? What is possible? What actually sings in my heart when I think about it? What sings in my heart when I'm thinking about it? If you're following somebody else's path, you're following someone else's dream, you're not going to get the results you want. Therefore, go for the things that you feel connected to. You've got 8 of Cups there. 8 of Cups is walking away from something. So interestingly, that felt necessary to come on this side, where you're looking at someone else's situation, you're looking at someone else's this, that or the other, and you're getting envious, or you're getting jealous, or you're getting graspy of someone else's thing. Let go, recalculate, recalibrate, re-establish yourself in where you want to be. Because this over here doesn't feel like it's for you. This over here doesn't feel like it's where you should be going towards. Over here, you've got to find out, to get to where you need to be going, to get to where you want to be going, to get to where it actually is for you. It's more going this way of like, you're not in the 5 of Swords, you're not in the 7 of Swords. I find this often with this deck. There's in between 2 conflicts. For Gemini to get this now, between 2 conflicts, it's even on an internal level, possibly on an external level too. But you're going between, you're torn between 2 paths, you're torn between 2 choices, you're torn between doing the correct thing for you or doing the incorrect thing for you. The 8 of Cups, leave it go, leave it behind, let it go, let it be, just let it kind of diminish from your existence, diminish from your aura, diminish from your consciousness, because whatever it is you're holding on to, whatever it is you're trying to grasp at, and it's like it's got into a stuck pride and stuck stubbornness space of like, no, it has to be this way, and I've been working on it being this way for so long that I'm not giving up now. That is not the correct way to do it. Get some humility, get some grace, get some awareness of yourself, and come back, pull it back in. Spirituality, slow down, then go in the correct direction. It's not going to look pretty at first, because when you have to demolish what you've just built, or you have to break down the foundation of what you've built, if it's the wrong foundation and it's not actually for you, you will feel the benefit. But it depends on how spiritually aware you are of this, that you can either go that way or not. If you're not going to be spiritual aware of it, you're going to go that way and then figure out later on, when it's too late, when you've lost the opportunity over here, when you've invested even more resources, time, energy, effort over here, that it was the wrong choice. So take that time now. Like I said, this is a end of 2023 reading. Take this time now to really, really look at in your heart and establish where are you heading for 2024. Because if you don't do it now, you're going to be taking yourself in the wrong direction. And then don't blame anyone else. You can't blame anyone else. You can't pin this on anyone else. It's clear as light as day. A sunny day. Don't go where you keep seeing someone else's reflection of something. You don't know what they've had to do to get that. You don't know how they invested, how long they've invested, what they've had to sacrifice to get something. So all of that you're pinning on this surface of it, you let it go, let it go, let it go. So I know there's a short reading for the end of the year. I may do monthlies, I don't know. So if you're new to the channel, welcome, and please do subscribe. We do different kind of readings here. We do daily readings when suitable. We're doing short meditations based on the different tarot cards, and also there are coming longer guided meditations when you really want to hone in and start working on those deeper energies. So good to see you here. Thank you for being here. For now, peace and love.